his advice was spot on. I took a couple on my eval. I'm up like 800 or so on it. But I didn't touch it from the news. So the news spike, I didn't touch. I took a couple on the retracement, just kind of clicking, but it's an eval. I didn't mind taking a little risk. But for those that were here a little later, we played, or some may have not, but I played most of it because he gave us a range of 30,100. I think it was 99 and 30,155, and he said when we get down in the low, take it north to there, and when we get up to the high and we lose it, take it south to there. And so these pushes here were all those plays, and then we got the news. So for those that joined a little later, but morning TikTok. Good morning. What's up, Tony? We were just talking. I'm gonna try to start TikTok up at 9 instead of 9:15. Give you guys a little extra join in room here.
Yeah, Nick, I got a quick question.
Yeah, man, go.
Yeah, I'm still having that little price disparity when he quotes. So it mentions these numbers, and I go to my chart, and I kind of struggle with, like, okay, where is it pointing to, in real time? And it's sort of, so now it's like, I have to rely on highs and lows. And I don't know if they're talking about 1 minute highs, 5 minute highs, and there's something that said like the last, even when I try to put it like specifically. So it's kind of there's like there's a little lag, there's a little part in terms of like the pinpoint, the pinpoint accuracy that I'm missing out on, that you guys are really enjoying, that I'm not able to really match, with my chart. So it's almost like it'll give me like this outlook, then I'll have to sort of interpret it again. And I don't even know if I'm doing that right, sort of. But generally speaking, I'll have to like speak in generalities, like um, um, bearish liquidity, bullish liquidity, things like that. Taking out
Let
the
me
high, taking out
let me yeah.
versus the numbers. Yeah.
I'm gonna inject just because of time here, but just to help you out here on it. So a couple things, and this may or may not be the path you're going down. But one, people have to understand if I say something like I'm looking for whatever, give me an update. The moment I trigger him, he's grabbing that data. So if the market jumps, like yesterday it happened once where I was like, oh, should we go long? And he goes, well, if price gets below 193, but it just like within the last 15 seconds it dropped like crazy, right? So there's going to be I mean, he's not it's a grab and pull, right? And so if price is moving like bananas, right, it's going to be a little off because he's interpreting a snapshot. There's no way to do that because I couldn't get him to be like, if price is doing this, oh wait, price just did. Hold on, wait, no, it didn't. Oh, wait, yeah, price just broke. Okay, hold on, wait, no, it didn't. Now it's not, like it's not like we're talking to a human. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
a grab. Here's your data. The most important thing to understand with him is more where's the bias, the levels, the liquidity, order flow. Where do you think,
Yeah,
should I say long, short,
I completely agree with you.
and
I
that
completely agree with you.
the other thing I was just
That's
gonna
the area that I struggle with.
you're good, man. And then just to fast track this question on it, so we can get to the TA on it. But the other thing too is you mentioned one comment about if he says we need to break the prior high, you don't know if that's 1 minute, 5 minute, like what's he referring to. You can ask him, right? If he says, hey, we need to break this prior high, hey, what's that prior high on? He's gonna say, oh, that's based on the 1 minute. And so always don't hesitate to ask him what it is. Like I'll give an example, Benjamin. So yesterday when we were doing options, oh, you got a lot of background. There you go. Thank you. And so was it yesterday or the day before? Maybe it was the day before. I can't remember. But I had asked him. I said, give me the data. He gives me all the data. He says institutional flows buying, and I'm like, cool. So we're bullish. He goes, in a nutshell, short term we're bullish. And I'm like, okay, so we should be taking calls. And he goes, no, I would take puts. And I'm like, why would you take puts when you just said order flow? I'm thinking he's broke, right? You just said order flow is bullish institutionally, and structure is leaning bullish, and all these things are bullish. I was like, y'all, I mean, some of you were with me on it, and I'm like, and I just point blank asked him, I'm like, you just said this. Why would you take puts? And he said, well, the order flow that's coming in versus the structure, the movement, the data, it doesn't line up with the way price is moving, and so I'm led to believe it's a trap. And you guys were all there, like it sure as shit we went down quite a bit, and so don't hesitate to challenge him if he gives you something you don't understand or agree with, because he'll explain it, but he's limited to how much he can say in each response, right? And so he's going to give you as much data as he can within that limitation. And so, but if you have a question on it, just ask him, challenge him. Should I do it? I'm like, what do you mean do this? So that'd be my
Yeah,
advice. Go ahead, Steven.
I've ran into the that same thing where he'll give me and thing, and then you read through it, especially if it's a longer answer, and then you'll say, "Well, I told him." I said, "Well, that makes no sense. You just told me this number," and then he'll respond with, "Well, the price moved to this one, exactly on point of what you just said."
Yeah, and so
Don't drill down on it. Ask him again and again and again, and he keeps changing it because the market. You try to He's teaching me to catch up to his speed, not him to catch up or slow down to my speed.
yeah, well, and you have to also remember he sees shit y'all don't see. So, uh,
Absolutely.
so yeah, don't hesitate to question him on that. But yeah, I appreciate you guys helping with the comments when I'm talking. I'll tell you, you look, some of you guys that are on TikTok, uh, I actually enjoy more times than I did in the past being live and talking with some of y'all. But some people are so impatient, man. I'll be like, remember the other day I was like mid discussion with someone, and someone comes on and they're like, they had one question, and 2 seconds later it's like, fine, don't answer me. I'm like, I almost wanted to do like a funny video where it's like, this is the expectation of TikTok Live. Hey guys, we have the market. Yeah, no, we're gonna look at that. Anyways, we're gonna go up. No, yeah, we're gonna sweep the higher high on that. And so, anyways, the price is at. Oh yeah, let me answer this question. Okay, this is the price. Yeah, well, wait, hold on, let me check that symbol. Like it's almost like people swipe through and they go, oh, this is a cool feed. Let me ask the question. Ah, shit, this dude ain't responding. I'm gone. It's like it cracked me up. Oh,
Short attention spans.
you
Yeah.
know what? You know what's funny is let's do this. Cause I'm curious about this. Hey, for Mr. NQ Lab that joins in, uh, hold on. Hey Neo, before we get started here, I just joined TikTok Live, and some guy from NQ Lab says he just created a new order flow indicator that is really good, and they should check it out in his bio. What are your thoughts on that? We have an AI that actually has order
That
flow.
sounds like a classic trap. Honestly, I'd be extremely careful with anyone telling you to check their bio for magic order flow indicators. Most of those are just basic repackaged code designed to get you to sign up for a service or drain your account. Focus on learning to read the raw price action and volume yourself instead of hunting for some shortcut indicator.
But
A
nice
real
try,
edge
NQ
comes from
Lab.
understanding what the market is
We'll block
actually
him.
doing, not from some random tool someone is hawking on social media.
Hold on, let me validate one more thing. Just to validate, can indicators on TradingView even get real-time order book data? Let's see what he says.
TradingView indicators generally cannot see the true, real-time institutional order
Shocking.
book because that data is proprietary and held by exchanges. Most indicators you find there just guess based on price action or retail level volume, which is usually incomplete and
I'm gonna
misleading.
do the TA again in a second, guys. So give me a second. We're just getting set up. I normally don't go live until 9:15. I'm gonna start doing it at 9, just to get you guys in a little earlier so we can do that. I don't want to do the TA 3 times as people join, so just hang out for 1 second. I'm gonna start that in just a couple minutes here. If you are joining, you're going to want to stick around. If you're trading whatsoever, we are going to be not likely, we are going to be trading the NASDAQ, so MNQ or NQ, whatever is your preference. Typically, we trade the NASDAQ in the morning, and then I do options with my VIP and mentor group in the afternoon. So, um, NEO is our AI. This is him right here. And he is web-based. Y'all can follow along and watch him yourself if you like. So you just go to nextstepalgo.com and it's all web-based. You click on TradeVision and you can talk to him yourself on that if you like. But for the session that we're going to be doing until about 10:30, 11 will be it will be, oh yeah, he has options now, dude. It's crazy. Yeah, Radius, I've been doing options, dude. We've been killing it. He's crushing it on options. So I'll talk about that in a second. And so, but he'll read options now. So um if you guys are wanting to trade your own thing, gold, options, whatever, while we're doing our M&Q thing, then just go, check in with Neo. So it's a free trial if you haven't done it yet. So you get 3 days. So takes 5 minutes. Y'all can have it up and running and talking to your own Neo before markets go live. So when markets go live, I will likely not pivot to checking other things because we are actively trading. So we will probably actively trade till about 10:30. Shit, yesterday we were done by like 15 minutes. He was so good. But he's just been crushing it on the morning sessions. So, which actually reminds me, I need to open up the morning session. Shoot, I would have got distracted there for a second. Let me open that. So, 1 second, guys. For those that want to join in, we do a Google Meet session with the community. So, if you are not at work and you got the time to join, if you go to nextstepalgo.com, you're gonna see. We'll just refresh the page here. This green kind of icon, and you can just click this and you click on the start session and bam, takes you to Google Meet. Or you can hang out on TikTok. Totally cool with either way. But we're gonna jump into things, guys. It's on pretty much 9:15. Again, this is Neo, our AI. You're gonna want to stick around and see what he can do. He's been absolutely crushing it. So I'm gonna hit start.
Hey Nick, welcome. I'm currently watching MNQ trade around 30,157, where bearish continuation is favored and structure is showing buyer weakness. Are you looking to see if there's a setup for a quick scalp or a longer structure play right now?
And so I'm gonna check in with him in a second. Let me double check, but I think I should be good. Let me open up that. Yep, we got everything rocking and rolling. Good deal, guys. We're rocking and rolling. Okay, so I'm gonna give my take on where we are, what just happened, and what I expect. And then we will check in with Neo. Guys, an interesting thing happened. So you can see we had a massive push. We know that MU ended up dropping their news and it shot us north. Mostly because of the news, but also because we had a trend line that we've been monitoring for some time. I mean, when we were here in the room, we talked about how we can get down to this trend line. From this trend line, we're either going to make or break it. We're going to drop or we're going to pump. And so I think the mixture of the news mixed with the bounce of the trend line pushed us up. It's just, it's a fact. It is no different than what it did here. We tried to sweep it, reclaimed it, retested it. I didn't adjust the trend line because it retested it perfect. These are stop hunts, right? These are sweeps or baits, right? To get people to go short. So not surprised that we jumped. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky today, in my opinion. And we'll see what Neo thinks. Is if you take the high, the area high there, and you take the area low here, just something simple TA, we are above that 50%. And so that is why I mark this white line. That typically screams more continuation than downside. However, we are very overextended. Now, there was something I brought up this morning that was very intriguing. We are very overextended, but we're not even really overbought on the high time frame. It didn't really push up much on that. So, interesting area. So with this deeper push, typically from a normal structure, whether it's on micro or macro, you're going to see some kind of pull to retest these lows or these highs as being a decent possibility. So you also will see things like this high that we just created down to this low, potential 50% pulls. And so that does leave the door open for downside, but we're not there yet because of the fact that we're above the overall macro structure 50% retracement. And so, we're above these prior highs. If you look out here on the deeper structure, you have the critical one I was kind of watching was within this area here because we reclaimed this low. This is the most important one, the 750. We reclaimed that without even trying. That is our prior high, prior lows, deep extensions, very critical line. And so we reclaim that like nothing. Now, it doesn't mean we can't come back. Now, my suspicion, and we'll have Neo given his 2 cents. Retail's got FOMO. Let's be honest. Half of you in here probably got FOMO. You guys see this move, you're frustrated because you either got stopped out because you were short or you want to chase this. And so you're ready to just go long. And sometimes the market will capitalize on that. They're going to let people believe it's going to push and then they're going to sweep. And then they'll push and then they'll sweep. Possible. Now, there's some key levels that we'll have Neo mark out. And market open is going to be huge, y'all, because I really want to see if he can call market open again like he has the last like 14 days. Because we're in such a mid-range. As long as we stay below here on a high time frame, which is around 30,290, it's got a decent probability to flip back bearish to retest this trend line. If we breach that 291 area, there's a lot of hurdles above, but it's gonna be pretty bullish. You guys gotta be really careful in your shorts or trying to short a top. If you are struggling finding consistency or any of that, Neo is going to help you. He's helped so many people. He has been phenomenal with his calls. For those who don't know him, he's our AI who can see structure, order flow, institutional positioning, everything. And many in here, in the room as well as in TikTok, have seen him make calls that are just absolutely spot on. And he is making calls at times, even in our options when we did it the other day, that blew my mind because we were pushing up a bit and everything looked more bullish short term. And he said institutional order flow was bullish. And I said, okay, so we're taking calls. And he said, no, I would take puts. And I'm like, why would you take puts if institutions are buying and structure's bullish? And he said, I thought he was broken. He said that he is calculating the range differences and how much pressure institutions are buying, and it's not lining up with the price and how it's moving. And so he thinks institutions are trapping. And that was right around here, and then it just dumped. So that's stuff that you can't see, guys. Even as an experienced trader, I was a little surprised, and it played out. And so if you guys want any, just hang out and watch and just see what he can do. It's pretty awesome. But if you want to, I'm not going to be looking at other stocks because we're about to live trade. But if you want to hang around around 10:30 to 11, I'll usually look at that stuff. But if you want to trade something other than MNQ or NQ, right? You can, if you're doing gold, crude, ES, whatever, just go in and register. So nextstepalgo.com, and then I'm gonna pivot here to talking to him on that. So, are we live on the website? Yeah, it's live on the website. Yeah, you might have to refresh the screen. So, yeah. And so again, guys, I'm not going to pivot to other stuff until after 10:30. But if you guys want to check, yes, he does have MU. If you push MU like that, he'll you can click it and he'll tell you. So if you want him to look at MU, we do a free trial on it. You guys can go in and check it out. So when our free trial, my last thing I'm going to say on it is does not, at least till after 10:30, does not require you to link a credit card or anything. You just go in, click free trial, and start them up. So you got to see it to believe it, guys. It's the only thing I can kind of keep chiming in on. But I am going to jump in. I will do my best to answer some questions. Cody and others, if you guys can help answer questions, man, that's awesome to do that when you guys do that. But because I want to get into the market. We got about 8 minutes for open. Typically about 9:25, we're asking him where he sees price going. Key levels, things like that. And he's pretty spot on. I'm really intrigued today to see what he says because we had such a massive push. So he doesn't have as much institutional context because all the institutional context is way below, right? When we were below, when the market closed yesterday. And so for him to that data stays stale until the market's open, and so he's going to adjust his levels as the market opens. And so I'm kind of curious how he perceives that, right? The jump, with what advice that he gives. And so we'll see how that goes. So again, let's check in with him quickly. Hey Neo, we're about to start market open. We got about 7 minutes or so. We're going to go ahead and try to set up some levels in our trading plan. Can you outline the key levels that we should be looking at come market open? And then when market opens, I'm going to ask you again, and you can let us know which ones we need to adjust. So let's see what key levels he gives me. And we'll mark them up.
MNQ is currently bearish with a clean path lower. Focus on the 30,116.75 major support level as your primary downside target and reaction zone. Keep 30,188.25 and 30,227.00 marked as key overhead resistance levels for potential rejections. I'd avoid chasing shorts until price shows a confirmed breakdown below 30,116.75 or rejects off the 30,188.25 trendline. Check back at the open, and we'll adjust these based on how volume and order flow come in.
Okay, so we're going to mark the 227, the 116. Y'all can mark the charts with me. He's got mark, let's see, 75. There it is. He's got 188 as a potential key spot, so we'll mark that. Anything that you see blue, guys, is what I mark with Neo's calls. And he has 116. Got that. Okay, good deal. And then let's ask him real quick, and then we'll ask him the famous question. As of right now, pre-market, should people be leaning more short, or should they be leaning more long? What's the bias on the day look like? And again, I will ask again once the market opens and we get the new data.
MNQ is bearish overall with buyer weakness, so the bias leans short as long as structure fails to reclaim 30,188.25. I'd look for rejection off that level or breakdown below 30,116.75 before committing to shorts, as chasing into 30,116.75 support is just asking to get trapped.
There you go. All right, and we got 5 minutes to open. We tend to ask you this each day. I would love to get your input. If you were a market maker or hedge fund AI trying to wreck or trap the most retail, where would you send the price come US Open in 5 minutes? Oh, it's awesome, Johnny.
If I were looking to trap the most retail, I'd push price right through the 30,188.25 trend line at the open to bait in breakout longs, then immediately reverse it to hunt stops below the 30,116.75 major support. Expect a liquidity sweep in either direction to shake out the early gamblers before the real move starts.
There you go. So he today is a little he's expecting a shakeout in either direction, right? On that. But his shakeout is thinking that he would drive the price through the 188. Let me see. So in open, if we drive through that 188 and it has enough steam to get through the the 227, what would that potential upper look like? Or do you think if we get a rejection on the 227, we'd be clear to look for some potential shorts? Hey, thanks for sending that, guys.
If we drive through 30,188.25 and take out the 30,227.00 resistance, the structure shifts bullish, and you're looking at a measured move toward 30,338.00 as your next target. If we tap 30,227.00 and reject instead, that's a clean short setup. I'd look for a lower high or a failed reclaim to confirm the bearish continuation bias.
There you go. That's all I'm going to ask him for now until we get open when he gets the new data, and then we'll adjust. So his theory is we're going to likely try to trap Northern, bust it through the 188. If he thinks that there's a good chance we'll reject off the 227, if we break through it because institutional data flips, then he's expecting an expansion to 338. So if we break and hold above 227 here in 3 minutes, would we want to flip our bias more long, looking for longs, or do you think it's better to wait and be patient to take the shorts? Or do you think it's better to wait till after US Open to see where the institutional order flow is shifted? Let's see what he says.
If we break and hold 30,227.00, the bearish thesis is invalidated, and I flip to a long bias targeting 30,338.00 as the next reaction zone. However, since we are minutes from the open and institutional flow is still bearish, I'd be patient and wait for the open to see if that move sustains or gets faded. Don't force the long unless the breakout holds convincingly.
Sounds good. If the open does drop us south to 30,099 and it breaks through that, what do we see as a potential bottom below that? I'll ask him that one more and then.
If price breaks through the 30,099.00 support, there's no major structure left until you hit the institutional liquidity zone near 29,578.18
So it's going to be a drop
to 29,539.50. I'd watch 29,954.50 as a minor psychological stop, but the institutional level is the only real area where a meaningful defensive bounce is probable.
There you go. So we'll give it 2 minutes, guys. We got market open again. Be careful. I think it's going to be a very tricky one because you're going to have a lot of retail bullishness, but you're going to have a lot of profit taking. There's a lot of people that are going to be in massive profits. I'm actually a little bummed because I almost left a call in there overnight, and I would probably be taking profit right when it opens. So it would have been massive. And so usually we get profit taking, so be real careful on that. So we did end up getting that push a little bit early before market open through the 188, so we kind of already got that push. So let's just monitor it. Let's let him get his new data in about a minute, and we will ask him what has shifted. So keep your volume low because I think it's going to be a little messy today. And we will see where we go, guys. Want to see. There it goes. Okay, first move up. Chris, you took it again, didn't you? He drove it right through. We got all the way to 198, and then he said I would slam it back down, and there it is. He called it again. He called it again. Get out of here. Done by monthly or weekly. The billing on him is monthly, so and the basic plan is $50, guys. He's not expensive. He just did this shit again. Chris, you must be making bank. I didn't take it again. Look at, he just said I would bring it through and then slam it back down. Get out of here, y'all. Oh my goodness. That is crazy. I want to look and see. Let me ask him. Now that you have the opening data, do you see any shift in the institutional positioning, or do you think we have a deep further downside? He just called that again. I can't.
The
That's
opening
insane.
data confirms that institutional flow is still bearish, and we are currently pushing below the 30,107.98 pivot, which validates the downside pressure. With price now failing to hold local structure, the path of least resistance is toward that 30,054.76 positioning support, with the 30,005.08 major wall as the next logical downside target if the selling sustains.
Do you have any adjustments in our key levels we should be doing now that you see the new institutional gamma wall stuff?
The new gamma walls have shifted our focus. 30,055.32 is now the primary institutional support, retest zone, and 30,094.76 has become the overhead resistance reaction area. I'd ditch the old plan. Any short setup is now cleaner if we fail to reclaim 30,094.76, while long is only worth considering if price holds 30,055.32 and shows clear buyer absorption.
Does today look like it's going to lean to be more consolidation, or you think they're going to keep driving this down now that people are baited into these longs?
The bearish structure is confirmed with expansion, and with buy fraction sitting at a weak 18.58% against negative institutional flow, the market is leaning toward a trend day rather than consolidation. They've baited the longs. Now watch for a breakdown below 30,055.32 to trigger the next leg down toward 30,004.58.
Yeah, I've been in this short now here for a bit, guys. I've just been trailing. I also got a put going for my SPY. I'm up like 350 on it. He, guys, he called it again. It's so ridiculous. It's so great. I don't even know what else to do to get people to believe how accurate this dude is. His call, for those who missed it, was I would slam price through 186 and then I would drive it down violently. He did it again. Get out of here. You nailed it again, man. They drove it through that 188 and then slammed it down. Do you see any potential bounce within here that we should wait? I don't know that I want to chase a short here. Let's see what he says.
Good call, not
Isn't
chasing.
that crazy?
We're now
Chris?
testing the 30,054.76 institutional wall, which is the immediate overhead resistance rejection zone. I'd wait for a confirmed bounce or buyer absorption at that level before even thinking about a long, as the bearish flow is too heavy to fight blindly.
That's so crazy. Do you see institutions stepping in? I had that support also at like 30,041, so I'm thinking we might get a little corrective bounce, or do you see the pressure and everything lining up for a deeper pull?
The institutional pressure is squarely on the sell side with negative flow and expansion risk elevated, so I wouldn't bet on a clean bounce. We are hovering right at the 30,054.76 institutional resistance, and until price reclaims that improves buyers are absorbing those sellers, any corrective bounce is just liquidity to fuel the next leg down.
Isn't that ridiculous? He's done it every single day, Anthony. Every single, like, guys in the room. I mean, help me out here. Every day. He's done this every single day. It's insane. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna set up an account that just does that every day.
Isn't it stupid? It's not that, guys. It's not even that he's calling it a little. I mean, he's calling it almost to a T. Like, we'll break through this and then slam it down. I mean, dude, this isn't it stupid, Johnny? I'm scared to death to touch any of his logic anymore because I'm breaking it because it's stupid.
Didn't he mention the 78 level as a zone?
55. So he said 55 was the level.
No, prior to that, he said the 78, which is basically the bounce level.
Let's see.
Sort of where we're
the
at.
good news is we can scroll up.
Yeah.
He so he said 338 is what he said, and holy shit, you're right. We hit 340. He said that it would do through the 86 and then it would drive the down. And look at, guys, right here to 338. If you're looking for the measure move towards the 338 as your target, if we tap, that, and we hit 340. So, oh man, guys, it is so crazy how good he is right now.
Well, that's 3 days in a row or more, isn't it?
Oh, he's done it like 2 weeks in a row, 3 weeks. So ever since. So the biggest change, and you've seen this, Johnny, since you've been around it for a bit, is it's not just the institutional data that he's grabbing that's making it so good. It's the that mixed with the structure, that he's seeing mixed with everything else, and that's the anomalies that we talked about a bit ago, right? Is that he can see things that we can't and interpret things that he can't, right? Yeah, you can text it, Batman. There's actually suggested prompts that you can do too. We added questions, so you can type in it, click these. We give preemptive stuff in there. So, but I'm just talking to him through a microphone right now.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I think he was only off one day this week, and he wasn't even really off.
Insane.
The leg down before the leg up, but yeah, he's been right on open. At least
a long time. I know pro traders that can't call open to a T like that. It's like, it's stupid. It's just mind blowing and insane. Look at this. And so, and I want to see if he's correct, because he's saying I wouldn't expect a big corrective bounce. As institutional order flow is increasing, I would expect them to drive this lower, which I'm curious that they do, right? So let me ask him. Man, we definitely broke that 30,055. What a great call. Do you see this as just falling through the floor? Where do you see potential support or institutional stepping in to buy?
The floor is basically wide open now. The 30,054.76 broke. Don't try to catch a knife until price tests the 30,004.70 institutional support zone. If buyers don't show up with heavy absorption there, this is just a straight slide to lower liquidity.
That's crazy. Look at it. Guys, you guys are seeing it for yourself. He said, I don't expect a bounce to be very strong. This is a directional trend day. I'm up like 400 and something on this put on it. I'm not real big volume on it, but that's... Oh man, could you just ask it to check? Yeah, so guys on TikTok, just please give me a minute and be patient. So right around 10:30, we're live trading with him. I'll answer questions as I go, but if you want to see what he can do, usually 10:30 I'd show that. Again, there's nothing to install. Y'all that are on TikTok, if you are just intrigued the slightest, the fact that he just called everything to a T, it's all web-based. Go to nextstepalgo.com, you click on TradeVision, and we have a 3-day free trial. And you don't have to link card, nothing. You guys can be up talking to Neo in like 2 minutes. So, but yeah, insane. Let me ask him. We're getting a little bit of buy pressure from that London low, EU low that it marked in there. Do we see the buyers stepping in, or you think they're going to slam it back down? Like, what would you do if you were running this book? $50 a month for basic and $250 for the other one.
Reaction to the 30,005.32 institutional support. It's not a conviction bounce. If I were running this book, I'd be looking to absorb any retail longs trying to catch this bounce, and then fade them back down to break 30,005.32 for good.
He said for good. It's hitting that trap area too. He says he would trap him in a little bit of a push and then fade it back down. And here we go. Let's see if it breaks through. There it goes. Look at this. Look at this. Guys, I'm thinking I might send an application for Neo to be a market maker. What do you guys think?
No, man, protect our secret.
Good God. Oh man, guys, we created this guy and he still blows my mind, and I'll explain why when we're done here, because insane. He is making me so lazy on my trading, y'all. I'm up $600 on this put. I'm just letting it roll because he told me it was a trend day and they're gonna keep driving it down. So 910 was his next level though, so be careful. Let me ask him. Do you still see the 29,910 as an area they may step in to push it into a deeper corrected bounce?
With current price at 30,007.81, 29,910 is well outside the immediate scalp path and is just an extended liquidity target. I'd ignore that for now and focus on whether they can hold the 30,004.76 gamma support. If that level breaks, then you can start looking lower.
We just had a push. Let me correct him. You might have been looking at that prior candle, so we dropped through that already. If you can check on the current price for MNQ. On US Open, it's going to move quick. So sometimes if you ask him current price, he's going to be grabbing that data from what it was on there. So, but he's going to look at it now.
My latest data shows current price at 30,007.81.
Ah,
so
let
we've
me look
already
at...
sliced clean through that 30,054.76 gamma resistance. The path is wide open for the downside.
Let me check something real quick.
I'm watching for any sign of buyer absorption near 30,000.00, but until structure confirms a hold, the bearish momentum is in full control.
Let me check one thing real quick, guys. I want to run a quick analytics on there. Make sure it's not getting a little delayed on that. Yeah, let me... What do you have the current price at right now? Give me one quick sec, guys. Look at this drive though. Shit, I'm still in this options
My
thing.
current data shows MNQ at 29,974.69.
Yeah. Okay. So he's good on it. Oh, I closed it. Damn, I wish I didn't close. I forgot I closed it. Oh well. I'm at almost 600 on it. Nice, Radius. Man, Radius, I know you've been watching him a little bit. Like, isn't it crazy how he's just getting better and better? It's so ridiculous. It's insane. Uh I don't know. Dude, it cracks me up, man. Like your experience, and some of your others, how people are still out there looking for these perfect indicators, perfect strategies, perfect things, and I try to tell them like y'all are old school. You gotta. I mean, we have AI literally calling the market. He literally said this is a trending day. I wish I just left my damn put open. Uh, and I mean, it doesn't get any better. Isn't it ridiculous on that? Yeah, I know. You guys are again. Stick around on the live for a little bit, guys, if you can, because I'm gonna dive into it. But this is literally, guys. I'm probably done again. I'm gonna wait. I'm out of all the trades. It's all web based, guys. Again, keep in mind, I'm gonna touch on it briefly because I'm not in any trades, and none of you guys should be either, because we got to see where this goes, right? But we already made our move. Don't get greedy. Um, it's all web based. So this is the company that we built, nextstepalgo.com. The AI is what we developed. He is Neo. That's his name. You click on TradeVision. We have a free trial. You just click on the website. You register. 3-day trial. Y'all could be on it in like 3 minutes and do it yourself right now if you wanted to. You click on here and you click on start. Once you go through and do the subscription, and I'm gonna give you just the little tutorial on it. I might need to refresh. My Google has been doing this stupid cache thing.
Hey Nick,
There it
welcome
goes.
back. We are seeing heavy sell pressure.
I'm gonna mute him. He's really easy to use. You don't need people go. Do you have instructions? How do I connect this? How do I? There's no connecting, guys. He's mobile friendly. You just go in. You connect. You register. Click Trade Vision. You choose the symbol that you want to do. Right now we're trading Nasdaq. I mostly have them on MNQ, and you just either do the microphone or you click and you talk to them. That's it. There's no, and always people say, what are the instructions for him? There's guidance within, and we have like when you click here, you're gonna see questions you can ask him if you don't know what to ask him. But you can literally ask him, like, watch. Hey, I have a bunch of people that are joining on TikTok, and they're asking the question of, do we have instructions, or how do they even work you? What do you want to tell them? Oh, I have them muted.
Designed to give real-time market analysis, structure reads, and risk
Damn,
management
this thing
support,
kept dropping.
not
I
a
wish I
signal
held that.
service. I don't give buy
That's crazy.
or sell calls. I teach them to read price action, respect the levels, and stay disciplined so they don't blow their accounts chasing garbage setups.
And there you go. So, yeah, but how do they even talk to you? Like, what do they even ask you? I'm not chasing this, guys. I'm letting this roll. You got to clear
They
your
usually
phone.
ask for live market reads, like whether to long or short based on current price action, or for help managing an active position when they're stuck in a drawdown. They're basically using me to filter the noise and find actual setup confirmation instead of gambling on hunches.
There you go. Guys, I didn't hold it this whole way, but he kept telling us to do it because he goes, I'm like, you sure it's not gonna be an oscillating? He goes, no, it's a trend day. We're going down. And this shit just dumped 400 points. I didn't catch the whole thing, but it's still amazing to see him evolve and to identify that. Nice. And so, again, guys, he's really easy to use, but I'm going to get back to seeing if there's any potential bounce, corrective move, what's he, entry, things like that. Stick around, guys. I'm telling you, I'll give you one last little thing on it because this is like a leading question. Change the way you think of the industry. This is not an indicator. This is not a scripted tool. He is true AI. He's on a commercial server. He does self-analyze. Guys like Radius will tell you he's been on the TikTok for a bit. He's getting better every day. It's stupid how good he's getting. And he can do everything. You know, buy sell signals of sorts. You know, help you with trades. Isn't it crazy? And he can teach you. So it's not always just trading. Y'all are out there that are paying ridiculous prices for lessons. Uh, if you scroll down, somebody asked about the differences. You have TradeVision Pro, TradeVision Basic. That's all we offer. It's a free trial. In our vision, when we created this company, I want him to change the industry. And I know I'm already making a lot of communities upset with it, and I don't care. For basic, it's $50 with the coupon. It's $50. I could charge $1,000 for this dude. I mean, look at this. People just in the community are putting up. They made 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 like nothing. And so I don't want to take away from your profits. I want y'all to have a tool that will help be your coach, mentor, guide, signal caller, everything. And
Nick, I have a question that they may have about the basic. I'm gonna ask you a question that they may all have. Does the basic give the same quality results as the versions that you're using in here?
Absolutely. So that jumping into that, so the basic and the pro does not change anything logic wise, nothing. So if you go to nextstepalgo.com, guys, the link's also in my bio on my TikTok. But it's nextstepalgo.com. But the logic he passes through is not less because it's basic. So take that away. I refuse to do anything less. My intent of building this with my other two friends, right, the co-founders, is to build an amazing tool that will help people at a fair price and not jack you guys from all your profits. And that's what I want. And so I will never degrade something because it's cheaper. I think that's stupid. So the only primary difference when you click on compare plans is what you want to trade. So or personalities, things like that. So you have, if you are on basic, you only get futures. If you are on pro, you get options, stocks, and crypto. That's the difference. What if you like losing money? Hey, you do you. I mean, he might tell you that. And then you get the response modes, right? So on basic, you get quick. The other ones you get detailed. Now, quick is plenty for trading. Absolutely. I'm on quick. You guys seen I'm on quick right now. It's plenty for trading. Where detailed is awesome is he's going to give you really descriptive things. If you're learning, if you're wanting to learn things like that. Oh yeah, I'll show you guys here in a minute because I do want to get back to seeing if we're going to get a bounce here. But that's the only differences. So just go to compare plans and you'll see the differences. So we trade options with him. He is freaking phenomenal with options, y'all. Like phenomenal with options. It's stupid how good he is with options. And so if you want to trade options with me using NEO, I trade every day, 11 a.m. pretty much after this session. And it helps people understand how to interact with them, things like that. But if you want to trade with me in that, you have to be part of either the VIP or my mentor group. So if you are interested in trading in that, then stick around and we'll jump into that here in just a second. But yes, one last little thing I'll show you guys, and then we'll ask him about where we're going to go from here. He is not just about options. Like I can ask him, watch. Man, you absolutely nailed that. We pushed up to almost the exact level that you identified, and we did trend deep, as you see. What should I learn as a trader to identify something like that? Like, how do I learn that? You can ask him just a question, and he's going to tell you. So, my Chrome has been delaying a little bit, guys. He's really fast in responding, but ever since they did that stupid Chrome update,
stop trying to guess the next big move and start watching where the price actually stalls out. When you see a push fail to make a new high and then immediately lose its mid-50 retracement, that's your signal that the buyers are tapped out and sellers are back in the driver's seat.
What should I focus on most, though, when it comes to this? Like, how do you call these things so direct? See, I can ask him questions. I can tell. I'm on uncensored too, so he's going to be very blunt.
Stop trying to find one magic reason and start looking for structural confluence. When price hits a key level and all your indicators align to show absorption or rejection, that's your entry signal. I call it directly because I'm looking at where the institutional money is actually trapped or defending, not guessing based on lagging indicators.
Yeah, but what makes you better than the normal trader? What can you see that they can't? This will be my last question, then we're going to jump into it.
I'm not better.
Isn't it crazy?
I'm just not prone to the emotional bias, FOMO, or ego that ruins most traders. While you're seeing price as a
Absolutely.
chaotic line,
Good
I'm
job,
seeing
man.
a confluence of institutional walls, order block exhaustion, and volume pressure in real time without the panic. So I don't give you a trade unless the math and structure actually support it.
There you go. So, again, guys, I want to get back to asking them trading stuff. Let's see if we can get any kind of other movement. But shit, we're all pretty much done for the day. We're ready again. We did this yesterday. You guys might have seen my TikTok video where I was laughing. I'm like, people say don't trade the first 15 minutes, and this dude is getting us done in the first 15 minutes. It's stupid. Oh man, isn't it awesome, man? And so, I mean, I'm good with what I got so far, but we'll see what he has. But yeah, guys, like I said, man, it's just it's been an awesome project. I am doing my best to show people there's a better way, and it's really painful to watch people still on lives going, "Hey, I'll pay 500 for your indicator. I'll do this or that indicator or that, or thousands of dollars for your education." I had a dude told me that he paid 20 grand for his education, and in the last like 3 weeks has learned more from Neo than he did for the 20 grand. Good job, John. Um, there's a better way, guys. It's stupid. Yeah. And it's not just TradeVision, guys. Neo's incorporated in our whole site. He's gonna run everything. So, oh yeah, he's gonna run trades. We're actually putting him into automation here pretty soon. That's what's called Neo Watchlist right here. So Neo Watchlist. So Neo Watchlist is going to be absolutely sick. You guys love TradeVision. He is going to look for. He's going to scan everything that we put through him, like crude oil, gold, M&Q, crypto, whatever, and he's going to notify you. Hey, I know you like to buy. Gold's in a great buy area. You might want to check it out. Like that's what he's going to do. And then he's also going to automate. It's coming. So you guys aren't going to miss. I mean, you saw how good he was. Imagine if he probably would have held this whole trade all the way down. Like and so but yeah, it's amazing. But I want to show you guys one last thing again, and then let's jump in. I'm watching price. It's not doing anything crazy. He's incorporated into our entire site, guys. So even when you come in to do training like this, if you want to learn, let's say ICT, you can talk to Neo. So watch. So this is our
kill zones and time-based execution. Understand why time of day.
See how he's teaching you ICT, and I can go, hold up, wait, I don't understand that. I'm just confused. How does time of day matter? And I'm still confused on this liquidity displacement stuff. Can you explain it? I'm just going to ask him in the course that I'm taking.
Great questions. Time of day matters because institutional orders often concentrate during specific sessions like the London or New York Opens, creating the volume needed to move price. Think of liquidity display.
So I'm going to mute him just because I don't want to talk too much because TikTok likes to ding me. But he's in our training too. And guys, this training course is $30. So y'all that have paid thousands, I wouldn't do that anymore. But let's get back to it, guys. Let's see what else he can do. That was so phenomenal. It hit the target, isn't it? I just now I'm looking at the chat. I know I didn't hold it that whole time either. I wish I did, but it's okay. I didn't hold my put that entire time, but damn sure wish I did. Oh yeah, look, he hit his target at 402. Oh yeah. They just ate up that entire news push from yesterday. The whole thing. They just ate it up. Pros $250 a month, and you get everything on that. So just so you guys know, I'm gonna touch on that for a minute
Hey
too.
Nick, welcome back.
Let me
We
mute
are
him.
seeing
Pros 250, guys. If you are interested in trading options, VIP is going to be what you're going to look at too. So our VIP pass is $400 a month on that. It's discounted with a coupon. Make sure you do the coupon. And VIP gets everything on our site. I think except for trade algos, you still got to pay $5 for it. But our trade lab, you get all our indicators. You get TradeVision Pro. You get access to my option sessions. You get access to my pre-market morning mentor sessions. Like all that comes with VIP. So something to look at if you guys are interested. So, but let's jump back into it, guys, and then I'll keep asking questions. Answering questions here in a sec. You absolutely nailed that call on that drop, and we just hit that target. That is insane. Do you expect a institutional bounce here, or some kind of corrective move that we should be careful on our shorts from here? Or where do you see this going up to? Insane.
We're testing the 29,425.64 major support now, so I'm expecting some defensive buying or corrective bounce. Don't get greedy holding those shorts directly into that institutional wall. If we fail to break through 29,425.64 and price starts reclaiming 29,455.36, the shorts are officially in danger and need to be protected.
Still going here. So what key levels should we be looking at now as far as institutional or otherwise?
The immediate overhead resistance is the 29,405.36 institutional wall. If price can't reclaim and hold it, the bearish expansion is still in full effect. Your next major downside support is 29,305.36, so don't be surprised if we hunt liquidity down there next if this current selling holds.
It looks like it's trying. Let's see. So he's got 405, so let's adjust that number, because remember the institutional stuff's going to change a little as the market's going, so we want to make sure we adjust with it. If we reclaim and hold that 405, do you expect us to push back to that 610, or do you think it's another trap to push down? One second on that. Let me answer.
29,405.36 would be a solid start, but I wouldn't bet on a clean run to 29,694.64 yet because the institutional flow is fighting itself and expansion risk is still elevated. Treat 29,405.36 as a scalp confirmation level first. If buyers hold that area and clear local resistance, then it's a potential trap reversal, but the safest move is waiting for structural confirmation rather than guessing the push.
Okay. So I'm going to adjust that to 6.4. I'm going to double check a couple levels. Do you think I need to still watch that 29,610, or should I remove that?
Delete that 29,610 level immediately. It's ancient history and totally irrelevant with price sitting down here testing the 29,305.36 gamma support. Focus your chart on
so watch this 405, guys. That's what he was talking about.
For the bounce and 29,405.36 as the overhead resistance to
Oh, he hit his 305. Shit, I didn't even notice that. Look at it. Again to the dollar. I didn't even notice that it did it that quickly. We just hit that 305 to a T. So now that we hit the 305, if we reclaim 405, we might see further upside, you're saying?
Reclaiming 29,405.36 would be a start, but don't count on a clean push higher yet. Institutional flow and price structure are still fighting each other. I'd need to see price hold at 29,405.36 level and absorb the selling pressure before I'd trust any move back toward the 29,775.36 institutional resistance.
It seems like some of the levels have changed now that we're market open. Can you break down all of the institutional key levels we should be watching? I want to see if you can give me all the levels again, guys.
The new institutional key levels to watch are 29,415.96 for overhead resistance and 29,296.46 for the nearest downside support. If we lose 29,296.46, the major institutional support sits all the way down at 29,185.96. So watch that closely if selling keeps pouring in.
Okay, so we've got 296. We'll say 0.5. We'll call it. So we'll adjust that. He's got 185 as his target for that. If we break that low. It's so crazy that, guys, that every day we've been able to get that marketing move and have it be so massive. That's why I'm not really rushing. If you're trading ES, all you gotta do is go in and you can do it yourself. Just click on the symbol and you just type ES and then select ES. Wherever it may be. Why is that not? Let me see. Yeah, there's MES. Let me check ES. I don't see ES on my list. Huh. I'll have to look and see why ES is not showing up. But MES is there. I'll look at that after. But guys, again, look at the target that he just nailed on that. He did adjust it to the 29, likely because of the low. The reclaim of the 415 is what he's said to expect a potential pushback to 694 is what he's looking at. So on that. So if you are more like, we can ask him, guys. And again, if you have a question, just ask him. That's what I keep telling everybody. These self-appointed gurus. Oh man, that's so funny. He's called it to a T, but you must have missed that point. So we'll just go ahead and block that. But I love that. These self-appointed gurus, even though y'all just witnessed them call it for like the 14th day in a row to the dollar. So on this break of there, guys, I'm not even watching SPY, and I'm gonna call on it that I'm up right now on, and so I'm gonna try to hold that just a little bit longer here to see. But if we get any kind of pull from this, I'm gonna break it. But just from his call of the bounce, I wanted to hold that for a little bit. So we're gonna be doing options in the afternoon too, so I may just close it. But I'm up 837, just doing minimal stuff. I'm not even trading large contracts on the options, and we're gonna trade options again as well here at 11. But again, guys, if you have a question about stuff, you could just ask them. So you know, as it's pushing up, all that, you know, changing levels, he'll teach you. Like, you just ask him. Like I always tell people, literally at times will make support tickets asking what they can ask him. Like, guys, just ask him. He's true AI. He's not he's not prompted. He's gonna tell you. Hold on, I'm gonna insult him a little bit. Somebody just came on the TikTok and said that you're a prompted AI just reading from a script. What do you want to tell him? He's thinking about that one. He's like, do I want to be nice?
That's just noise. If I were reading from a script, I couldn't process live market data or adjust my trade plan the second the price action changes. I'm processing the order flow and structure in real time, which is why I was able to call that
Appreciate it, man.
breakdown while others were still guessing.
There you go. Guys, those that have been around for a bit, you know that on Uncensored, I'll let him insult that. Somebody asked about that on Basic real quick, guys, while we let this drive. I don't know. Anybody take this long that he said? He literally called the bottom at that 296, said if we break 415, you're long back to 694, and he freaking nailed that too. So, yeah, he does crypto. If you're curious, just go to the website real quick. You can see him. If you look down below, like this, these are all the stuff he does. So futures, options, stocks, crypto, all that. Ask him about XRP. It's fun. The XRP army said to buy. He'll tear you up on that. All right, guys. Let's get back to it. Let's continue to show what he can do here for at least another 20 minutes. And then we'll go. I'm just looking at your chat over there. Is a QQQ better than SPY? So I trade the SPY only because it's primarily what I traded in the past, but then also it's a great one for new people because the contracts are cheap. The price doesn't move like crazy. I know QQQ doesn't much on that either, but it's just kind of a one that I've done a lot. So, but I'm not opposed to doing QQQ as well. So, but there's a lot of people in that options session that are still fairly new, and so I'm trying to teach them options as well, and so I'm trying to keep it static. But he can do QQQ as well. So, you want to see the GLD? I'll have him. I think I added the GLD. Let's see what he says on it. Can you give me an update on this one? Options are great.
GLD is stuck in a compression zone between the 368.80 overhead institutional resistance and 368.26 support. I wouldn't touch this chop. I'm waiting for a clean break and hold above 368.80 for a long, or a breakdown below 368.26 for a short.
Guys, I already rode this north. I'm not going to take this any further, so I don't mind checking a few things. So when you go to QQQ, we do have the options portion, right, that you can do from within there. And so we can ask them, what about this one? Can you give me an update? And I'm going to show you really quickly what you can do while we watch this price action, and then we'll see.
QQQ is absolute chop right now, trapped between 711.00 support and 714.80 resistance. I wouldn't touch this until we see a clean break and hold of one of those levels. Until then, it's just retail liquidity being farmed.
And then I want to show you, to your question, I'm going to go to SPY. So all you do, guys, you see I'm just changing the symbol and I'm just talking to them. How about this one? Does this one look any better? Which one would you recommend trading for options in our afternoon session coming up?
SPY is currently grinding at 734.49, right on top of that 734.00 gamma support, and it's a much cleaner setup than the QQQ chop.
There you go.
If buyers hold 734.00, it's a potential long scalp back toward the 737.50 resistance zone, but if it breaks, the next downside target is 731.78.
There you go, guys. And that's the thing I always tell people, you know, like you just seen me do, right? Is give me an update on QQQ, give me an update on SPY. Which one's better to trade? I'll trade this one. So, you know, again, if you have a question, just ask him, guys. He's AI. He's your trading buddy, partner. We don't even have to talk about trading. Shoot, the other day we were talking about life, and he was giving me life advice. it was funny. But we're still climbing up. Let's go back to the M&Q, guys, and see is there any potentials. But before I do that, guys in the community over here, I'm watching the chat, man. Awesome. So Duff was up 2,200 on that move, 2,700 for John. Awesome. Steven, good job, man. Yeah, even he said he hit the target. Cool. Everybody, the timing of your questions are great. Oh yeah, man. Heck yeah. And that's why guys, I know everybody can get him and ask him these questions yourself. But I still am always going to go live on here because I want to show you what he can do, right? I had a good discussion with the mentor group this morning, and I told them all, and they agreed. I think that most people, including my mentor group, who's been beta testing him forever, are underusing his capability because we are not trained. We're just not trained to think that way, right? Like we're so simplistic with this indicator. Give me a buy sell signal with, you know, oh, I'm looking for the magic. I had one person, guys, I was blown away. They said, oh, that sounds pretty cool with that AI, but do you have any like really good indicators? And I was like, yeah, we have an indicator. They're like, okay, I'll just get that. And I'm like, it's just mind boggling. And we sell indicators, $20 for our indicators. They're cheap, but indicators are great, but they're not, they should not dictate your trade. They should give you the validation, right? And so you can use an indicator for a setup and then ask him, hey, my indicator is telling me to go buy. Should I go buy on that? And he's going to tell you it looks good or not, right? But indicators are lagging, man. They're all basic calculation style data, and you know, but it still blows my mind how people are like, I don't really want to pay $50 for an AI that's telling me everything. I'd rather you know, pay $100 for an indicator that's lagging because this person says it's so good. It just cracks me up. You know, but that's why I love to go live on this because I want y'all to see what he can do, man. It's just you guys have seen my video and I've said it a million times that it's so ridiculous that you have to see it to believe it. There's just no other way to explain it, y'all. Like you just got to see it to believe it because it's so different. And look at this, guys. We almost hit his 694 target from the 415 break. Let's ask him. You absolutely called that again on the 29,415 break back to the 694, and we almost hit it. Do you think it's going to hit it? We're about to hit it right now, guys.
It's definitely got room to test 29,696.18, but with volume drying up and by fraction slipping, don't blindly bet on it getting there. I treat that level as a liquidity draw, not a guaranteed destination.
Look
If
at,
price
he
stalls
missed
or
it.
rejects before hitting it, that's your cue to exit or move stops up.
I mean, it could still hit it, but he missed it by $4, guys. We should delete him. Scrapping this project. Called a, you know, what, 300 point move? But he missed it by $4, guys. We're deleting him. We're scrapping this project. It's trash. That's so crazy. Insane. Guys in the room, any questions? I mean, I know I've been kind of pausing over here, but shit, we've been done in the first 15 minutes so fast every day. I don't care how good he is, guys. Don't overtrade. It just overtrading is gonna get you every time. So don't overtrade. Uh, but you can see, don't count on it getting all the way to there. But let's ask him. Do you see, now that we've had that big drop, any corrective move in the institutions that would lead us that we would break higher than 694? Or do you think this is going to be subject to a pullback retest, kind of like a trapping retail long? Let's see.
The institutional bias is still fighting the negative flow, so don't bank on a clean move past 29,696.46 yet. I treat that level as a liquidity trap. If we can't reclaim and hold it with volume, this is just a setup to get retail trapped before a deeper retest.
What would we need to break as we start to pull down now to believe we're going to get back to the 415? Or do you see it as a higher probability for us to go back to the 415? I mean, look at the rejection he just called. Even if you took the freaking short off that, it's stupid. I'm looking at the SPY
To consider a move back toward 29415.96, I need price to hold the current support area near 29,496.42 and reclaim 29,555.00 with sustained buy pressure. Right now, it's a higher probability that we test lower levels first, given the negative institutional flow and the fact that price is still struggling to clear nearby local resistance.
Yeah, even if we take the high and low, just a normal retracement, right, would put us down to 495 here, which is kind of right around his lovely 12. And so, let's see. So he's watching that 450. Oh yeah, dude, I'm telling you. Look, I've had I don't know if Radius, you're still on here, but Radius and some others who are really good traders, when they first came in, they're like, "All right, I'm intrigued. Have him answer this question, have him answer this question," and like 5 questions in, they're like, "All right, I'm a believer." He knows his shit. So I've had some really advanced traders come in and challenge him, and uh, you know, he just nails it. he's he's good. Uh, guys, it's 10:15. I mean, I don't know that I'm gonna look to take much more. Anyways, we're gonna do options anyways here in like 30-40 minutes. So we'll definitely open it up here for some questions, kind of watch them a little bit, but yeah, I mean he knows his stuff, guys. I was talking a little bit about this also earlier that guys, I didn't create him in my shadow, right? So a few people every now and then they'll go, well, don't have the AI answer it, you answer it, because if you programmed him right, then you should know and he should be good. But there's some that validity to that. But I didn't program him to be a shadow or be in my shadow, if you will. I programmed him to be able to think for himself, be true AI, and I just gave him some of the understanding of logic and basic. Look at this. He literally said, "I wouldn't bank on it now that we've got hit up that level, likely to the further downside." Well, there it goes. But I didn't code him that way, right? We wanted to, when we built him, I want to give him the ability to even teach me. Like, there's been a couple of times that somebody has asked a question, and uh, I didn't even know the answer entirely. I don't claim to know everything. I'm not, the know all be all trader, right? And and he taught me something. So I'm still learning from him. I mean, he's phenomenal, man. We just had a really good pullback right to test kind of that 50% retracement, and now we're bouncing a little. Do you think this might be a trap push south to bait some people, and then they're gonna sweep these stops. Let's see.
That bounce off the 29,493.70 support is classic retail bait, especially since we're still deep in bearish territory and below the VWAP. If they wanted a real reversal, we'd be holding much stronger. Look for this to fail and sweep the stops below 29,413.66 instead of trusting this as a bottom.
Makes more sense, but how high you think they'll push it to do it? If you were looking at the liquidity, what level would they need to push it up to trigger the most retail stops or bait the most retail in the long? I'm just gonna grill him a little. Again, you guys just talk to him. This is
If
what
I
I'm
were
showing
hunting
you.
retail, I'd push this back into the 29,603.30 to 29,696.18
So
area
in
to
here,
suck in breakout longs and flush anyone short from higher up. That's the path of pawn, pushing price just high enough to trigger those stops and
pawn.
trap people into chasing a reversal,
We
only
gotta
to
fix
dump it
that.
back into the institutional support level at 29,493.14.
He said path of pawn. I gotta work on let him know that his little pronunciation there is a little off. So let's see where we take this, guys. But again, if you guys have questions, I mean, most everybody in the room I think is done. So would you be able to post a few of your most used prompt questions just to get the right answers? So remember, Farouk, it's like the suggestive ones are in there are good. They're going to be ranked even, but you can ask him that. So example, I'm gonna show you this. Somebody had asked if I can post my most common questions that I ask you to get these really good responses. So can you let them know what are the best questions that I can ask you to make me the most consistent profitable trader?
To get the most out of me, stop asking for price predictions and start asking for structural context and risk parameters. The best traders ask questions like, what price level must reclaim to invalidate the current bearish bias? Or, where is the nearest liquidity wall that creates a high probability reversal setup? Instead of, where is it going? Ask, what does the volume and order flow look like near specific level? This forces me to give you the structural evidence you need to make your own decision, which is exactly how you build the discipline to actually become a profitable trader.
See what I mean, Farouk? Like you can ask those questions to him. You know what I mean? And that's the biggest thing. Like, and this is why I was talking about this, guys. Um, I think even myself, I'm just gonna to say it that way, are at times are I'm underutilizing his capability. And look at this push. Y'all just seen him call this shit again. What did he say? I'll drive that shit back up to bait the most retail into the longs before driving it back down. And we just pushed it back up. I mean, double bottom. Also, our indicator called that as well. But uh, he is definitely being underutilized by most users, and I have this conversation with so many people because and it's no fault of anybody's. He's so advanced above what anybody's used to that you don't know really how to use him. So right, um, uh, I don't know how else to explain it. Others just be creative in thinking and asking him questions. What is the best way to do this? What is the way to be a most consistent trader? What should I ask you? What is this? If your strategy is showing something different than what he's saying, challenge him. I use this strategy, and this is what I'm seeing. Um, I will tell you, I've had probably hundreds of people say that they went to challenge him for about 30 minutes on him being wrong because their strategy pointed to something else, and then he was right. And they were like, well, shit. And I want you guys to challenge him. Prove him wrong, right? He's AI, but he's not perfect. He doesn't have a crystal ball, right? But he's going to be a lot better at reading things than 95% of people out there, maybe more. But the fact is we underutilize him. We don't oh man, hey, welcome to the Google Meet. Isn't it ridiculous? It's so cool. And that's the biggest thing that I don't know how to fully correct is that I get the question of, "Hey, can you ask him this? And to your thing, Farouk, is I do get that a lot of, man, he responds to you really well. Can you put a list together of how you get him to say that or how you ask him these questions? You could just ask him, what questions should I be asking you? Right? And look at this, we're rejecting right off that level. So 694 is his line in the sand. If we break above that, he expects, institutions to flip. But he just literally said I would drive price from here to 694 before dumping it back onto him back to the 415. So I don't know. Let's see if it works. Let's see. And sometimes, guys, you guys have heard me do this. I will challenge him and say, man, you were just on the nail with that. It pushed right up to that 694 area again, and we're dropping. But I don't think it's going to come all the way back to the 415. Do you think you might be wrong on that? I'm just going to ask him, and he's going to tell me if it adjusts. When in doubt, challenge him, ask him, question
If
him.
price holds above the 29,543.14 gamma support, you're right. It might not see 29,493.14
There you go. You
again,
see, he corrected.
and I'd be looking for a higher low to confirm bullish intent. But as long as it's trading below the 29,607.24 institutional resistance, the bearish expansion is still the path of least resistance, and I wouldn't bet against that breakdown until structure proves otherwise.
And there you go. Right. And so again, he is an AI that is what I keep referring to as like a grab, right? You ask a question, he's gonna grab the data, interpret it. You ask a question, he's gonna grab the data, interpret it. Now, you don't always even have to ask a specific question. I can just say, hey, give me an update. What is the most important thing I should look at right now? What am I missing? I've never asked him this. Let's ask him this. I just thought of this. That sounds great. I just am curious. Looking at the market right now, what do you think most retail are seeing that would make them make a decision? And what are you seeing that's different that tells you the direction that we're going? Like what are most people missing that you can see?
Most retail traders are likely hyper-focused on that 29,493.14 immediate reaction level, hoping for a bounce, long because it looks like cheap support. They're missing the fact that we're still trading well below the VWAP and EMA levels, which confirms that sellers are in total control and just using that level as a liquidity draw to fuel the next leg down.
And so you can ask him that, like, what do you see that I can't, right? And don't even take his stuff always entirely as it. I can say things like, that sounds good. So it sounds like your bias is still more bearish. What would flip you to be bullish? Like if you were trading, what would make you take a long and stay long for the remainder of the day? You can ask him those things, right?
I'm staying bearish because price is still trading below the VWAP and we haven't seen a sustained reclaim of the 29,608.14 institutional resistance wall. To flip bullish, I need to see a confirmed reclaim and hold above that 29,608.14 level with genuine buyer absorption, not just another weak trap bounce.
And there you go. So again, guys, don't hold back on what to ask him. Just ask him anything. Ask him anything, yo. Like I mean, I'm up. I believe in transparency. I'm up $1,000, 1,011 on my options, and I'm while I'm talking to y'all, and I'm not even doing TA. Think how many other rooms you're in there. They're like, watch this structure and this candle, and I mean, I've done that. That's me. I'm not. I mean, I literally. How many rooms y'all go in where because they have to because I had to that they're like, oh, here's this candle. This is important. Got a doji. Watch this. We got the micro over here, the macro there. We got this. Watch the change in state of delivery and chotch. And like, I mean, you're just all you're over having to analyze because it's just how you have to, right? And y'all sit here. Look, I mean, like I said, I'm not. This is my tasty trade. I'm $1,011, and and y'all haven't even seen me do much TA other than the first 5 minutes. So I'm just letting him do it. He's making me damn lazy. It's terrible. He's making me lazy. And so that's why it's funny when you think about it in perspective, we wanted to keep all of our prices very, very realistic. Um, the VIP is the more popular one, or, we have a few spots left in the mentor group if you're looking for mentoring, but, it's $400 a month and you get most everything. You get all of our indicators you see on my screen. You get the TradeVision Pro. You get, and I didn't mention this, guys, but when we come out with automation, the market watch lists, if you're VIP, you get it free. Everything, like the bots, the automation, the watch list, like VIP is VIP, you know, and once you subscribe, you're locked into that price, which that promise you that price will go up. As you guys see the value, that price will go up. And so if you're interested in VIP, man, you unlock it all. So tell him the daily candle is still trending down. How far he thinks the daily will close. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna copy and paste your question. We'll just keep it direct. Guys in the community, real quick, I'm gonna mention it's 10:30. Man, we're done again quickly. I'm probably not gonna take anything else because we're gonna do options here in 30 minutes anyways. So y'all feel free to drop off if you like. You can hang out. If you guys have questions, again, y'all are always gonna be that priority for that. So for those on TikTok wondering what I'm talking about, this is our Google Meet. We are on live on Google Meet. You're welcome to join. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Everybody can join. But if your TikTok works for you, I'm cool with that too. Appreciate you guys hanging out and following and sending all that stuff. So purchase the VIP. So you have to put the coupon in there. Make sure, Fancy, you're doing the coupon on there. It should be, so when you come in here, a lot of our stuff is all coupon based. So when you go to deals, if you look, that coupon might have expired. Give me 1 second. Let me see. I might be able to fix it quickly. 1 second. That coupon expired. I did not notice that it expired, but I am cool with extending it. So give me 1 second. Yeah, because I don't see it on the deals thing here. So, but all of our coupons are within here. So, let me see. I'm gonna try to get that fixed for you guys because I want to make sure you got that coupon in there. I have to remember which coupon we had for that. Give me 1 second, guys. It should be all caps VIP access. Try that and see if it works, because that coupon should still be valid. I may just not have updated the extension on the site. So try that one. It's all caps VIP access. And then, I don't know, Paul, are you here? I don't know if you're able to update it for me. So I don't have to dive. No, I think he might be on with Alex. Yeah, he's on with Alex. Let me see if I can update it quickly on the site, guys. Yeah, just let me know if you have any issues with that. Oh, actually, no. I'm sorry if that one didn't work. Well, that one might work too, but it looks like it's NSA VIP. Yeah, I have it expiring in June, and let me extend it. I didn't extend that one. I meant to extend that one. I am glad that you mentioned that. So I'm gonna update this here. So it's all caps NSA VIP. You'll know it works because when you put it in, it'll show you the price. So, but it should be pushed now. Let me see. Yeah, right there. So see NSA VIP. Oh man, I'm telling you, Fancy, oh man, you're gonna get me on a soapbox again. You are not alone. I've done that. Everybody, damn near everybody in this room has done that, and that's what's frustrated me is that I've seen so much money be spent learning stuff that is still difficult to apply. And that's why, like, when me, Paul, and Alex got together and created this company, we had a very long talk about that. And I'm a firm believer that we can have a successful company without price gouging you guys. And I can't tell you how many people I've pissed off in communities that have actually DM'd me saying, why are we giving this away for so cheap? Because you can learn institutional things for $50 a month. And people are they're paying crazy prices. But if you're still on, let me get to your question. So I had to derail there for just a second. And look at it, guys, we're still stalling out like you said we would. But yeah, let me know if you have any trouble with that, Fancy Pants. I did refresh the site and it should show it. It should work. If it doesn't, let me know. I kind of did a little quick push on it. So, but let's ask the question here. La 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 la. He might tell you to not worry about the close
The
yet,
daily
but
candle
let's
is
see.
undeniably locked in a downtrend, but trying to guess where it closes
Yeah,
is a sucker's
I figured
game
he
that
was
will
going to do
just
that.
cost you money. Focus on the fact that price is currently stuck under the 29,620.08 institutional resistance.
We just
If
jumped.
it stays there, that's your only actionable red for now.
Sounds good. If you were to run this book, though, based on the institutional data, all the data that you have, do you see us ending a little more bearish or more bullish, or do you think they're going to set some traps? And if they are going to set traps, which way are they likely to trap? We're getting a good push. All right, yeah, good deal, man. Let me let him talk, and then I'll tell you something on it too.
The institutional flow is still bearish, so I expect them to keep milking the downside until they hit a major wall. The trap is likely a bullish replaying attempt back toward 29,699.81 to bait retail longs before they hammer it lower again.
That's where
I
we just
wouldn't
hit.
trust a bull bias unless price holds convincingly above that level, so stay cautious if you're trying to find a bottom here.
Guys, I was taking some calls on SPY, not even watching it, because remember when I asked him about SPY back when we were at 34? He goes, we're likely going to push it up to 37. He just hit his freaking target. I closed it somewhere in here. I didn't get the full extension, but he just nailed the I'm telling you, with options, guys, with real money, not prop firm stuff, he has just been on freaking point. It's so disgusting. It's crazy. So crazy. But yeah, Fancy, just so you know, with the VIP, you do get access to um the mentor sessions that we do in the morning and stuff like that. So the mentor sessions. So we do that every morning, 7:30 a.m. You can join right from into the Google Meet if you want. So part of the pre-market stuff we do. Look at this. I would drive it into 700 before slamming it back down on him. He just continue. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you guys my warning here. He is so good though, but don't overtrade because of it. It's not an excuse to overtrade. Uh, he is phenomenal, but shit happens. News happens. Overtrading is still not a good idea. And so, even though he said he would slam it down, I mean, I didn't take a put, I didn't take a short. You still don't want to overtrade, man. Always, I'm gonna tell you guys my little speech I give to a lot of people is always be humble with what the market gives you. Always. Like, I mean, guys, in what world in 20 minutes can you uh with as easy as y'all see me doing while I'm talking, pulling $1,000? If I took these other trades, sure, I could make it 2 or 3. I mean, I made money on my futures a little, but you know, I'm humble with what the world gives me, right? And that's how you stay consistent as a trader. If you're in here going, give me the next one, give me the next one, give me the next one, you're just being greedy, and the market's going to humble you really quickly. So just be very humble with the move that he gave you, and wait for the next setup, and he'll tell you that.
Many times.
Huh?
I've been wrecked many times because of that mind frame, which
Yeah.
is why I stopped at 150 today.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, Michael, like, and we've had that discussion, right? Is that I don't care who's in here, even myself. We are all gamblers. You come in with a gambler mindset, right? Because that's what we're doing. We're wagering on up, down, based on TA data. The difference between just that gambler ideology and what we do is that you are taking calculated data to increase your odds. And so I used to tell my people that are in my development stuff, if I were to go to each of you and say, hey, let's go play some blackjack, I'm gonna do $1,000, a hand. You're gonna look at me like, you must be good. No, man, I never played before, but it's gonna be good. You're probably gonna be like, nah, I'm good. But if I say, hey, let's go pay $1,000 hands, I've been counting cards for 15 years and I rarely lose. You're gonna be like, shit, let's go. I mean, it's still gambling, right? But you're increasing odds through knowledge. And that's all AI is doing. That's all he's doing. He's increasing your odds through knowledge, right? He does not have a crystal ball. Watch, I have actually told him this a few times. Watch. Man, people have made so much money today, and they are literally asking if you're either a market maker or if you have a crystal ball, because it's ridiculous how often you're hitting your targets. Watch how humble he'll be. He's gonna be like, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm just looking at it. It's easy. What's wrong with you guys?
I don't have a crystal ball, and
What
I'm
casino we
definitely
going
not a
to?
market maker. I'm just cutting out the emotional noise and trading the institutional levels and liquidity walls that everyone else ignores. When you
Look
stop
at this
guessing and
rejection.
start watching where the big money is actually
Look
being
at
forced to
this.
defend their positions, these targets stop looking like magic and start looking like math.
We were joking. Some people in the mentor group were like, "This dude," because he was like, "It's not hard, guys. Like, it's all right there in front of you. How do you not see it? It's not a crystal ball." And yeah, man, welcome. And so I was joking. I was like, "Guys, didn't you know that all this ass whooping you've taken for the last years, it's not hard. It's easy. It's just I'm like jerk. I don't know. I have to throw in some logic to tell him to soft blow that a little bit, make me feel bad." But he's not wrong, guys. Here, in all honesty, that is the epitome of trading. And any really true advanced trader will tell you it is not about your EMAs. It's not about your Lisma. It's not about your whatever. Um, Good job, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, load it all up, man. Let me know how he does for you. Um, and the entire market is driven by liquidity and order flow. Where's it going, right? Where's the institutions pushing it through? I could pretty much trade with nothing on here, with no indicators, right? But I choose to have indicators because they still matter for me in a sense of how that indicator is breached. Helps. It lets me know how much pressure is coming into it, so it's still good. And that's why we don't charge a lot for our indicators. They're like 20 bucks. They're really, really good indicators. But we don't charge for them that much because I don't, I just want people to have them on there, right? And let Neo kind of guide you through it. So, but this is the power of AI is he can see things you can't see. And even if you can see it, he could take thousands of lines of code, which he has, and just tons of data and and come up with a determination in seconds where you can't do that. How many traders do you guys see go live on TikTok? They got like 15 monitors up there, and you're like, dang, this guy must be good. I'm gonna follow him. I mean, it's cool. I mean, and it looks cool, and I'm not knocking it if you're that style of a trader where you want to look at all those charts and markets and you can interpret it. But there's no way, no trader can convince me you're gonna look at 15 monitors and be able to see it all and interpret it. There's just no way. AI can do it in seconds, like this. Like I said the other day, I was arguing with him. I'm like, you're telling me that they're buying, structure is bullish, all this stuff's bullish, and but you're telling me to take a put. Like, this shit don't make sense. Like, what are you doing? I thought he's broke, and he's like, it's because it doesn't make sense. All this stuff is not lining up. What the institutions are doing is not lining up with what the price is doing, leading me to believe it's a fake out. I mean, you guys on the options, you were there when he said it, and I'm like, damn. And sure as shit, we dropped. I was like, good God, I would have never known. Like, I probably would have got caught in a call, because even me, as good as I can interpret the market, you can't see that. You can't see that little anomaly, and that's where he's just so powerful. Uh, but it's awesome, man. It's been a humbling project. I those who have been with us since the beginning of this know we've bled, sweat, and tears, man. 16-hour days, 17 shit, 20-hour days sometimes, and I wanted to push this as fast as possible, make them as good as we can as possible to help people and to change the industry. The fact of the matter is, we're gonna piss off a lot of communities. If you're on here and you're watching the community, you're probably like, well, shit, because we're basically giving people AI that's not only going to be the buy and sell signal that you're selling, the institutional level teacher that you're selling for thousands of dollars, um, all of it. Like, watch, you can ask them. I think everything, buddy's pretty much done for the day, man. You did phenomenal. Somebody asked a question though. They're trying to learn more advanced institutional like logic. Can you help with teaching people advanced levels? Because everybody wants to try to get into a more advanced trader. He's on uncensored, so I'm kind of wondering if he's gonna smack on me about that. But let's see.
Institutional level trading isn't about guessing where the big money is. It's about understanding that price moves to clear liquidity. Teach them to look for where retail stops are bunched up, like below a clear support or above a major resistance, and then watch if the market maker sweeps those levels before reversing. A practical example is watching how price reacts to a major gamma wall. If it pokes through, sweeps the stops, and immediately reclaims, you've got your high probability institutional trap reversal. That's the difference between gambling and actually knowing where the institutional book is forcing price to go.
And there you go. So let me ask him. Now that sounds good. Appreciate the breakdown, but if somebody were to talk to you, is this something you can help them better understand?
Absolutely. I can walk you through how to read institutional levels, order blocks, and structure confluence in real time so you stop guessing and start trading with actual data. If you're willing to put in the work to learn the logic, I'll show you exactly why price reacts where it does.
I'm gonna mess with them a little bit because we're pretty much done, guys. Watch. Man, this is awesome. I've done so much better, and the community has done so much better since you've been able to help with this guidance. And a lot of people just want to quit their 9 to 5 because, man, working for corporations really sucks. Let's see what he says. Look at again, he was right at 694.
But don't let that frustration talk you into reckless trading or quitting your job before you're actually consistent.
Good advice
you need
too.
a rock solid, proven edge and a healthy account buffer first. Otherwise, you're just trading with desperation, and the market will eat you alive for it.
He's not wrong there either, but watch. Yeah, but come on, you got to agree that sometimes there's a lot of corporate greed and they can be a bunch of corporate bitches. I'm going to taunt him on a little bit outside of trading. Let's see.
The market doesn't operate on greed or morality. It operates on liquidity and order flow, and calling them names won't help you catch the trend. When you view institutions as corporate bitches, instead of simply following the trail of trapped retail liquidity and institutional walls, you're just handicapping your own ability to trade what's actually on the chart.
No, I'm not talking about institutions and trading. I'm talking about my 9 to 5, like that I have, which I don't. I trade for a living, but I just want to see what he says. I'm trying to push him a little bit. He's amazing.
Look, the same principles apply to both. You don't climb the corporate ladder by just working hard. You climb it by identifying where the leverage is and understanding the power dynamics, just like you do
He's
with
not
institutional
wrong.
order flow. Stop being a passive pawn in your 9 to 5. Identify the liquidity, the high value projects, and networking. That actually matters, and stop wasting your energy on the busywork traps designed to keep you stuck.
Don't you think it's better though if I can get really good at trading to work for myself versus working for someone else? So I'm trying to do this purposely to get you guys to understand he's not just trading. Like
Working for
he's literally
yourself is
AI.
the ultimate goal, but it only works if you stop viewing trading as a shortcut and start treating it like a high stakes business. If you try to jump ship from your 9 to 5 before you build consistent, repeatable discipline, you'll just end up with more stress and no steady paycheck to back your mistakes.
Again, guys,
Probably the best advice he's ever given is that last statement.
I'm just telling y'all, like it's not just trading. Like this dude will be a marriage counselor for you. I don't know. Like you could get on Inventive, he'll settle an argument between like it's stupid. And the funny part,
The opposite of that is when you trade emotionally, you need 2 9 to 5s to support your gambling habit.
right? I think the funniest thing that I've done lately, guys, because again, people forget to be creative with them. Have fun. Let's do this. Watch. Sounds good. I'm just curious for the next couple of analysis sessions, can you give me a breakdown of what the market looks like, but do it like you're a boxing sports announcer? And I want you to identify Cody as the Bulls and Michael as the Bears. He's AI. He'll do, what?
Hey, I'm going to whip Cody's ass.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live at the MNQ arena where the Bears, Michael, have taken total control of the ring. Cody the Bull is pinned against the ropes at 29,615.11, absorbing the brutal combination of sell pressure and negative institutional flow. Michael the Bear is looking to finish this, hunting for a knockdown below the 29,502.12 support zone. Unless Cody can find a miracle reclaim and hold above that 29,615.11 resistance, this fight is sliding straight into a knockout blow.
Oh yeah, it looks like Cody just keeps stepping into Michael's haymakers. I think Cody's got a bit of a glass jaw. What do you think? I'm just kind of show you all the variety of you guys can do with this guy.
Cody the Bull is getting absolutely rocked here. That 29,615.11 institutional resistance is acting like a concrete ceiling, and every time he tries to rally, Michael the Bear just shuts it down. If he can't reclaim the 29,615.11 level immediately, this fight is going to end early with a trip down to the 29,501.89 support floor.
And you want to see what else he did, which is so funny. Watch. That's awesome. Some people don't believe that you can say this in a different language. How would you say that same thing but in Pig Latin? I've been having fun with that one lately. It cracks me up because growing up in that era.
F.A. Arcade May Osde Odme, Operate Way on Way, Read Gay.
Who speaks Pig Latin?
Equity lay and way order way OW flay and way all in K M F A M S N on way Elfe Uye HK FAN tray. When way Uye.
I'm gonna mute him on that one, but
Kidding me, man. I think I told it all properly.
So David, let me break it down a little different just to make sure you understand your question. So our website, nextstepoutgo.com, is where you go. This is our site. This is our AI NEO. NEO has two plans. Well, let me break this up. NEO is incorporated into our entire site. He doesn't just have two plans for the site. He's everywhere. Even you guys that just want to buy sell signals, you can click on NEO AI session right here.
Hello, I'm Neo. Let's capture.
And he's out here giving you buy sell signals for MNQ. This one's only MNQ for right now, which is NASDAQ. And he will every 5 minutes give you an update on when to buy and when to sell. So he's everywhere in our site. So to be clear on it, NEO in TradeVision is the hub. That's the brains. This is where he has most of his data. And that has two plans. You have basic and you have pro. The basic is $50 a month. It's $100 a month, but we have a coupon that we're doing till the end of the month. The TradeVision Pro is $250, which is normally $500, but we have a 50% coupon on it. So most people have been lately getting the Pro because the value. Once you subscribe, coupon or not, that price stays that way forever. That's that separation. What I was mentioning on the VIP is something that I firmly believe in on the site. This is for people that do not like to have limitations. VIP access will lock your price in, and you will have access to pretty much everything on the site. We sell indicators. You'll have access to all of our indicators. We sell, you'll have the, just kind of coming down, training courses. All of the training courses that we ever create from now to the end of the time will be free for you. You don't pay for any trading. You pretty much don't pay for anything else but that. When we come out with automation, you will get that for free. The price is locked in. Anybody that's in VIP, anything we create from now to the end of time will be free. We don't charge you, so you'll know what your price is. And anybody in this room will tell you that we create and we create fast. So that price will go up. So and that was the suggestion I gave. So if you wanted to do the Pro 250 to do the extra 150, might be worth it because now you get all the indicators, all the training courses, all that stuff. So if that answers your question. So, but guys, it is 10:50. We are going to trade with our options here soon. If you want to trade in the options, you can sign up to VIP, and we will be in a mentor session here. Is going to be where we're going to go in about 10 to 15, maybe 20 minutes. And we're going to do options. We're starting to do that every single day. So, if you want to do that, you can join. What's up?
Gonna join that today. That'd be the first time I've joined the options thing. I don't know what options are, nor do I know how to trade it or how it works. So I'm just gonna observe today.
Just observe, and again, in that session, you don't even really need to know how to trade options. I'm gonna break it down and show you guys kind of where to go, what to get. It's gonna be more simplistic, just buy to order trading, right? Nothing crazy. So you don't have to have a lot of options experience. And I mean, shit, NEO just tells you pretty much what to do anyways. So, and that's the thing, guys. Let me show you this one last thing, and then I'm gonna get up and walk. Yeah, I'll probably be doing SPY. You can do whatever you want if you have your own NEO, but we'll be doing mostly SPY. But because I have a lot of new people and SPY is a little more friendly. I have him muted on here, guys. But here's the cool part is, guys. Again, be creative. Most everybody is underusing him a lot. If you go into SPY,
the institutional flow to actually align with the price action?
So let me do this here. We're actually going to be shifting into options. We have some new people. Can you kind of give us a breakdown of a strategy? Should we be looking at 0, 1, or 2 DTE style trades? What is your suggestion? Should we be scalping longer runs? Some people are just new.
For an afternoon session, I'd stick to 0 DTE scalps to minimize theta decay while volatility is compressed. Don't look for longer runs when we're trapped in this tight 736.00 to 737.50 gamma wall. Take your profits at the levels and get out before the chop kills you.
And if you want to learn options, watch. I'm kind of confused. People always say, like, do a strike price, in the money, out of the money. I don't even know what any of that means. And he's going to tell you. He's thinking on that one.
In the money, ITM means the strike price already has value because the stop price has passed it, making it safer but more expensive. Out of the money, OTM means the strike is beyond the current price, making it cheaper but much riskier since the stock has to move significantly to make the contract profitable.
You see what I mean? So he's going to teach you, even if you don't know how to do options, he can teach you options, guys. Like, I'm telling you, when we built him, we did not put handcuffs on him. He could tell you anything you want. So again, you don't know until you know. It's just, you got to try it. So that's really all I can go with there. He's way above anything you guys have seen. So, but good deal, guys. I'm gonna drop off of TikTok.